Tonight on Murrow News 8, 7 new members join a WSU committee. Find out which committee.
And tomorrow is the last day for a local business. Find out which business will be saying goodbye to Pullman. Tonight on Murrow News 8.
Murrow News 8 starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Promise Calloway.
And I'm Lucy Pisano. Welcome to Murrow News 8. 7 new members have been elected by the WSU faculty at large to the Faculty Status Committee. Here's the list of faculty who were elected, their department, and the number of terms they will serve on the committee. WSU announced they will not be refunding or crediting any portion of the spring 2020 mandatory student fees, even though classes have gone online. An email was sent out this afternoon to WSU students from the Office of the President explaining where the fees go and what they are used for.
Governor Jay Inslee says he'll extend his stay-at-home order for Washingtonians, but he will also outline what reopening the state economy will look like. These steps will only be taken when Governor Inslee and state officials feel the threat of the coronavirus has decreased. The order was originally scheduled to lift at the end of the day, May 4th. Inslee says, quote, "We will have more details Friday about the phased-in approach about how we will open our economy in a safe way." In the past week, Inslee has announced a restart to some construction work and a return to some outdoor recreational activities, including hunting and fishing.
WSU Libraries will receive emergency temporary access to specific collections of the Haiti Trust Digital Library, a nonprofit collaborative of academic and research libraries. Faculty, staff, and students will have access to 1.3 million items through the Haiti Trust Emergency Temporary Access Service.
The Washington State University Master Garden Program is continuing to support the state's food production and distribution chain, thanks to the essential status granted under Governor Jay Inslee's Stay Home, Stay Healthy order. To comply with this order, volunteers have to follow a stricter set of rules, such as no more than 10 volunteers allowed to provide garden maintenance at a time. They have to wear face masks, and of course, maintaining at least 6 feet distance from each other.
The annual Northern Pike Minnow Reward fishing season will begin a few days later this year. According to the Pullman Radio, the reward season from the Bonneville Power Administration was supposed to start Friday. The fishery will begin the season on May 11th for anglers waiting to get paid for turning in the fish caught from the Snake and Columbia rivers.
Moscow Slogo Schools plans to reopen to live instruction Monday after Idaho Governor Brad Little lists a statewide stay-at-home order in an announcement. Slogo School is a private Christian K-12 school with more than 400 students. They stopped classes on March 6th, and on April 23rd, Little announced a four-phase plan to reopen Idaho's economy. Logo Superintendent Larry Stevenson said when they reopen, in-person attendance will be optional, and the school will take precautions to limit the possibility of another outbreak. Now we have Jay McDonald live in Puyallup, Washington, with the story on COVID-19's impact on high school seniors. Jane?
I promise, it seems that every time we turn around, we hear another story of how somebody's being affected by COVID-19. And some of those people simply want to do what they've been working towards for 13 years. To march across the stage and throw their caps in the air. High school seniors around the country won't get that feeling of finishing the year in celebration. I was able to talk to one high school senior to see what she thought of COVID before and after the realization set in that she had her last day of school without even knowing it.
At first, I was really excited. Now that we're getting kind of closer to it, it's kind of sad, very disappointing.
And walk me through picking up like your cap and gown through the car at Emerald Ridge. Walk me through that.
That was probably when it hit the most. That senior year is over. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All the teachers were lined up with signs. I made it halfway through, and I just started bawling my eyes out. We get our caps and stuff, and then just say, congratulations, and we're like, thank you. Whew. But everything was kind of ruined, I guess, a little bit.
Sammy McGinty and the rest of the Emerald Ridge seniors will have an online graduation ceremony and hoping for a traditional ceremony in August, but they still wonder if restrictions will even allow them to gather and walk then. I'm sure thinking of all the high school seniors that are moving on to the next chapter in their lives without fully completing the last. From Puyallup, I'm Jane McDonald. Promise?
Thanks, Jane. I can 100% feel the pain. I'm currently coming to the end of my senior year at WSU, and nothing can compete with the confetti coming down at Beasley Coliseum. In other news, next COVID-19 virtual town hall meeting will happen on May 1st. WSU President Kirk Schultz and others will host the next meeting, and they will share and discuss the latest updates on the university's plan going forward during the public health emergency. You can watch on YouTube this Friday at 11 a.m. Questions can be submitted in advance or asked in the comment section of the town hall virtual meeting.
The Daily Grind Coffee House in downtown Pullman is closing its doors tomorrow. They announced the closure on the company's Instagram, saying that the coronavirus restrictions are forcing the downtown coffee shop to go out of business. They will continue to operate its 2 drive-thru locations in Pullman on Grand Avenue. I am here in the Bay Area, and we have had some great weather these past couple days. Right now, it's clear blue skies outside with a light breeze. I can see some trees blowing. But we have Asher lined in Great Falls, Montana with our forecast. Asher, how is the weather going to be in Pullman for the next couple of days?
Thanks, Lucy. Yeah, I can see some trees blowing here too in Great Falls. It's pretty windy as normal. I'm sitting on my back porch right now, and it's overcast and pretty windy here in Great Falls, but it is warm out, about 60 degrees, and Pullman's had some pretty similar weather today. In Pullman was the start of some cooler weather and the front end of a cold system heading towards the blues. Relatively warm temperature at 58, but that wind will make it a little cooler, so keep an eye out for that throughout the weekend. Tomorrow will be the last clear day in Pullman for a little bit. Sunny skies and 64 degrees with little to no wind, though. Pretty hard to beat that in Pullman. Looking at the state map, it's about 60 degrees over on the west side. Olympia and Seattle, both with similar temps and conditions. Central Washington showing us some warmer temps and clear skies, 68 in Yakima, 72 in the Tri-Cities, pretty warm there. Then over on the eastern side, you have Spokane and Pullman, both with cloudy conditions and temps in the 60s. Now, I mentioned earlier, tomorrow will be the last clear day in Pullman for a bit. 5-day forecast will show you scattered showers throughout the weekend and creeping into next week. Tomorrow you could see a few clouds here and there, but Saturday is when you should start to see rainfall. About a 60% chance of showers on Saturday. Sunday will dip a little down to 56, but across the board, you see some fairly warm weather all in the mid-low 60s in the blues. So if you don't mind a little rain, it'd be some great weather for taking the family on a walk, going for a bike ride, playing outside, anything to that nature. That means summer and warm temperatures are just around the corner, and Lucy, I cannot tell you with words how excited I am for summer. I'm so pumped, and that's my final look at weather for Pullman from Great Falls, Montana. I'm Asher Line. Back to you, Lucy.
Thanks so much, Asher. Next, we have Carmen Ditto with our sportscast. Carmen, anything exciting happening in sports today?
Yeah, Lucy, and we've actually got some activity coming out of WSU Athletics, which is fantastic. The annual Cougar Sports Awards started about an hour ago, and things looked a little different than usual. The athletic department posted this video on TikTok promoting the now virtual award show. The awards were announced by numerous Cougar legends, 2 of which being New York Giant Deion Buchanan and the infamous John Swell and Jack Thompson. Some of the most noteworthy awards went to women's soccer as they captured both Moment of the Year and Team of the Year. The award for Comeback Team of the Year went to baseball, and the Best Male Transfer of the Year was awarded post-mortem to football safety Bryce Beekman. Now, recruiting in a pandemic has proven to be tough for WSU, but women's golf secured a stud in Jessie Lynn, a transfer from College of the Canyons in California who signed yesterday. During her time there, she was named to the California Community College Athletic Association All-State Team and posted a second-place finish at the 2019 CCCAA State Championship. And for the first time ever, the Little League World Series has been canceled. This obviously doesn't come as a huge surprise, considering the state of the sports world right now. But the league's president has yet to call off the regular season. He said there's still reasoning to believe that teams could play this spring and summer, depending on restrictions. And we've heard talks this week about leagues attempting to reopen without fans, specifically out of Major League Baseball. However, the NBA seems to be leaving no stone unturned in an effort to get back on the court. The league has discussed the need for a so-called bubble city, somewhere the players and staff could live, train, and play in one big quarantine. One option that stood out was Disney World. The AP's Tim Reynolds says the idea has been on the league's radar for several weeks, and if you take a look at this map, you'll see that Disney's Wide World of Sports venue in Orlando is actually fully equipped for a basketball season, and it includes multiple courts, hotels, proximity to all Orlando Magic facilities, and also a full capacity broadcasting. That's all I've got for you for sports. Back to you, Lucy.
Thanks so much, Carmen. So the semester is winding down, and this is our last newscast for the Tuesday-Thursday crew. It is a little bittersweet because this is not exactly the way we thought we were all going to say goodbye to each other.
Definitely a bittersweet moment. I really wish we were ending where we started in the Jackson Hall newsroom, but instead, here we are on Zoom call 420-572-805. Say hello, everybody.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
This has definitely been the experience of a lifetime for me, and it's almost hard to dwell on what we've missed in Jackson 52 on campus in the Murrow College when I've still been able to spend nearly every day working alongside you guys, even if some of us are states apart.
Yeah, I agree. I miss 52 the most. This is definitely my favorite class I'll ever take in my time at WSU. Loveless, Matt, A-plus professor here coming in, giving us all of his advice. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Everyone on this cast, you guys are some of my best friends now, and I wouldn't trade our experiences for the world. And I'm trying not to tear up a little, but I'm definitely taking this class to the grave with me. I won't ever forget this.
Well, for the people out there, for the viewers out there who watched us, we really appreciated the effort that has gone into kind of retraining everybody. We thought we had learned how to put on a newscast at the beginning of this semester, and then everything in the world changed. And so this group of people that you see along with our Monday, Wednesday crew have done some amazing work and just kind of retraining themselves on what's possible. I'll admit it seemed like it would be impossible to bring you daily newscasts at some point in this semester. And it really just took a few days of just understanding that, yes, indeed, it was possible. And they've all made it happen. I just sit here and watch them. So the congratulations is all for them.
Thank you. This class was hard work, but it was definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when I took this class, I thought I was taking it to check a box, but definitely leaving this class, it filled a big part of my heart. I absolutely enjoyed working with each and every one of you so much, and I really do miss our production crew that worked alongside us over in the studio as well. They were fantastic, but words just cannot express the relationships that I've made here, and I know it won't end tonight, and I know it'll continue on for many, many years.
Yes, shout out to Comsure 455. They're our production crew. Unfortunately, it's just hard to incorporate them in this setting, but they work so hard to make it look good there in the studio. And so, major props to them. I know they're continuing to work hard behind the scenes. And then I'll leave it to you guys. I'm going to mute myself.
Well, that is all we have for you tonight here on Murrow News 8.
You can now watch us live on YouTube every weekday at 5:30.
News content can still be found at nwpb.org/MNA, and don't forget to follow us on social media.
Have a good night, everyone. Stay home and stay healthy.
Just would like to add our last newscast is tomorrow, so after tomorrow you'll have to wait for the whole semester to see us back on the air.